Hello, today I'll be giving some tips on how to write the Q2 for your AP Lang class, or also known as the Rhetorical Analysis essay. So first off, let's talk vocab. And this is more of a general example, not just the Q2, but basically you want to be pretty precise when it comes to your words. Say what you mean. For example, you might want to say that the author urges their audience to do this or that. And you don't want to be repeating urge all the time, of course, but you can't just pick any word out of this thesaurus and just place it there willy-nilly. For example, advise is a lot weaker than urge, and force is a lot stronger. Force, you're making them do it. Urge, it has some stress to it, but it isn't as much as force, and advise is just kind of passive off to the side. You need to be really careful about this because it could lead to a loss of sophistication if you keep being really not exactly correct with your words, and a lot of the times for your actual class the grader might be a bit harsh. The second thing that I want to talk about is message versus purpose. As you can see here, and as we probably all know, they have different definitions. And these two I chose because they are what your prompt is going to be asking for 100% of the time, either message or purpose. And you can't mix them up. You can't not answer the prompt or you're going to lose a crap ton of points, you know? Purpose is not really as like explicitly said as message. That could be some ulterior motive, of course. And message is more, what is it about? What are all the words saying, coming together to say? And back to the purpose, that's why they're saying it. And to move on to the third point, a little segue, you want to include that very explicitly in your thesis. You can say the author uses rhetorical devices and then separate it so that you can organize your body paragraphs, blah, 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 but all to achieve some purpose or all to say this message. If you don't do that, you're probably not going to get the thesis point. And this next piece of advice, just some tips on the thesis statement or the topic sentences. You can follow a formula, as this is like a generator, you know, but I wouldn't really advise it. It'll probably get you the points, but it kind of takes the fun, if any, away from writing, and then it's just really, really bland. If you're going for sophistication, again, one of the ways to get it is good writing. And if you're just going to go follow a formula every time, you're not really going to improve at all. And then some more things on your thesis. Again, you could just include the rhetorical devices. I know I said no formula, but rhetorical devices in general, that's all you really need to put for how they get to their message or their purpose. So just include something generic like that. It's not great, but I usually do it anyway. And then for topic sentences, a little side note, I really like this one. You don't need to actually reference the message or your purpose every single topic or conclusion or whatever, and that's great because it's really hard to fit that in every time and just not sound repetitive, you know. You're just going to want to focus in on, if you've separated your thesis into two different things, which I like to do every time, just focus on one of those as per any normal essay, really. And from there on, you can analyze pieces of evidence that relate to that kind of shift and how they help the purpose or message. Your analysis, saying how it gets to the purpose or message, that's how it connects back to the thesis. That's why you don't need it in your topic or conclusion. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a good day.